All right. Good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This the host CB, and I'm here with my co-host WD. WD, how your week going, fam? How you doing?
I was going pretty solid, enjoying myself, just living it up. As far as the Saints go, I just saw that injury report and I am not surprised, a little worried, but I mean, this is how it's been the past few weeks. But we want to get into that. Let's get it.
That's what's up, fam. Good to hear you doing well. And Who That Nation. I hope you guys are having a great work week. Middle of the week. We got Christmas rolling around in the weekend, so I know everybody excited about that. Hopefully our Saints can keep a little joy on our face, as we
Oh
try
boy.
to get as we try to flip things back around and get, back to 500. But we'll see how that goes. But shout out to y'all, Who That Nation. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And y'all know how we do this. Tonight we're going to give our preview show against the Tampa Bay Yucks. This is the second matchup. So how we're gonna do this? We're gonna, go on both sides. You know, basically recap some of the first matchup and see what we done wrong. How we can improve going into this one. You know what. You know what. What concerns we have. I said that. What kind of concerns we have going up against this Tampa team, and we'll see where we're at from there about opening the phone lines. But yeah, looking forward to a good show. So shout out to everybody in the chat. I see Jerry in the chat. Shout out to you. I see Crash in the chat. Shout out to you. Be kind. Who that family? Who that Saints 01? Brian Pearson, I see you in the building. See Picking a Flicking in the building. Hootie Jube, shout out to Hootie Jube. Y'all be sure to go check out his podcast. He streams a lot, so shout out to him. Very thoughtful, host for his podcast. Y'all go check it out. Shout out to Jeremiah. Shout out to you, fam. Got the OG giving a shout out. And I see Miss Anna in here said, hey fam, who that? We'll get back to the comments as the show goes. But
Shout out to y'all.
back. Let's see. We can start with this injury report.
Oh boy.
Now we heard Sean say that we're gonna need to air the ball. We're
Oh
gonna need to
Lord.
air the ball this game more of this game. You know, basically if we want to win this ball game, and we definitely agree with that. So looking at this injury report, I seen that Teron didn't practice today. Ryan Ramchet. Now it's early. It's early in the week, but Ryan Ramchet been out. He didn't practice. Teron did not practice. Um, who else didn't practice?
Lil
Marcus
Jordan
only.
Hartford. Lil Jordan
Legit.
Hartford. Yeah, I mean, like, that's one of those guys I like at the receiver. I think he could be a solid guy. So the fact that he's hurt, hamstring injury, by the way, kind of worried. But I mean, hey, this is how it's been. Like I said earlier, limited was Pete Warner, CGJ, Marcus Davenport. Full was Taysom Hill. So
Right. And I'm pulling up the list just to name a few more. Chauncey gonna be limited. Marcus Davenport is good to see that he's limited. We're not gonna have Cam this week. I don't believe. I don't know if it's the 10-day or 14-day window. I really didn't even check into that, but hopefully him and Marcus back this week. Pete Warner limited with an elbow, and that's it. So I mean, we hoping to have our tackles back for this game. This
well,
game we just
I mean, I'm gonna mention him because I mean he made some plays this season. Caden Ellis, he was. I don't think he practiced. Yeah, hamstring injury also. So I mean,
all right. And interesting transaction that was made. Adam Troutman is back on the active roster. I
oh
thought this
boy.
season was over.
Well, I don't. I gotta be careful what I say here. I didn't want him to play. I mean, I don't want. Come on, I don't want him to play, man. Nick Vanette. I mean, he's actually being consistent, catching every pass. Jawan Johnson, he's been playing pretty well. I don't think he get enough action actually. I can't say that I'm thrilled about it, but I mean, he welcome back. I mean, we do need weapons, but I'm gonna just leave it at that.
All right. So really, the injury report and the transactions, Ty he back to the active roster as well. So if
Mm.
Mark doesn't play, Ty definitely can give us some good snaps. If Tony Jones, isn't having a good game, we can get some production from Ty. So it's really the offensive side. We can start on that side. That's really yes. This really gonna determine the ball game. The offensive side. So I mean, far as with Taysom, and you heard what Sean said. He gonna have to well, they gonna have to be productive in the passing game somewhat.
I
This is a
mean,
divisional game. But go
with that
ahead.
being said, I'm sorry. With that being said, I mean, we know the Bucks got they got the best run defense currently. I of
Mhm.
course it's been that way the past couple of years, and I was saying that there's this misconception that you can't run on them, but when you wear a defense out, you can run on them. In this case, I don't know if I'm just thinking like, hey, Sean probably knows that the fact that Ingram won't be there, But I mean, really, you got to look at this O line. This O line is what's that was really
WD can't hear you, fam. Can't hear WD. But okay, we get back to WD. And get this mic right. But yeah, basically yeah, the pass attack. That's gonna be the determination of this game, in my opinion. I believe WD he was about to bring up their run defense. It's going to be hell if they can contain our running game and AK cannot be productive or either one of our backs. It's going to be hell. They gonna stack up 8 in the box because they already know how our offense gonna come. They
yeah.
know
I'm
we
sorry about that. Y'all lost me for a moment, but the O line. I mean, the O line. Uh, I felt like it was already problematic with the interior. We know we've been having problems with the interior. Caesar Reeves. We don't have Pete starting.
Mhm.
Um, But the fact that I know it's early in the week, but the fact that we don't have Ram, we don't have Armstead, so I'm kind of freaking worried, as far as like really to be honest with you, it's the O line that is pretty much the I would say the to get over the hump to at least be competitive in this game and try to win. Because I mean, our O line. If you look at the previous matchup with the Bucks, our O line been playing really, really well. So I mean, we would need to have both our tackles, I would think.
Yeah, definitely agree. I mean, you got Vita Vea, the Dom Kinsu, and like I was saying, they're gonna throw eight in the box. You can throw eight in the box, and they gonna leave these corners on the island. That's just how. If they don't come like that, then they crazy for coming like that. I mean, hopefully they don't have eight in the box, but we already know that's how they gonna come. Just leave it up to their corners. They gonna man up with their corners and just try to shut down our run attack. But yeah, I mean, Sean knows we're gonna have to put it in the air a little bit. We already know what's been the result of that. Hopefully, hopefully our receivers can catch the ball.
Huh.
Um,
Hey, look, I mean, look, they got Carlton Davis back. They got Sean Murphy Bunton. So look,
mhm,
I really Marcus Callaway. Of course, he's still going to be facing the same problems he's been having. Getting covered by number ones. But I mean, as far as like, I feel like, bro, we just should do Wildcat. I mean, we are a desperate team at this point. Just come up with some trick plays and stuff. I mean, really, you still need the O line to have the plays develop. But I mean, we just got to throw all kind of things out there, man. I just think we need to catch them off guard. Um, will we have Kevin White out there? I don't know. He did have one catch versus the Buck. That kind of like jump started the second half. But I mean, I'm just saying, man. We look, even if Kenny Stills, if we gotta rely on Kenny Stills, I mean, we need to put somebody out there to just at least shock him. I know that's pretty with the way that the weapon's been. I I really have extreme doubt that we can get anything going with the pass game. But I mean, really, that's really our best bet because I mean, this run game, I just don't know. I don't know with this O line. Um, and of course, Kamara he looked good last week, but keep in mind he did come off an injury.
alright,
But
and
I do believe there is a weak point. I think I'm saying I think the Bucks got a weak point. I think when it comes to tight ends, maybe they can like have Nick Vanette and Jawan Johnson, get those guys going. I don't trust Adam Trotman, but Sean trusts him, so we might see him out there if he's ready.
mhm, yeah, and we Deontay Harris, he's not playing.
Oh boy.
He played in the last matchup, so we won't have him. So you can't really we don't have nobody to make the defense play honest at the receiver position. I mean, Deontay Harris, he could scare you, with his deep threat ability. So really Kenny Stills, he's the next guy with some wheels. So he gonna have to make something happen. We're gonna have to take shots downfield because they definitely gonna load up the box. So okay, I see a super chat by Hoodie Jules. Shout out to you, fam. He said, if the lines open later, I will tell y'all why I believe in Troutman, man.
Uh oh.
Shout out to the 4.99 super chat, fam. And fam, just for the donation, fam, we'll open it up, man. Let you give your thoughts on that, fam.
I got
And
hit
I
it.
see Flavor said what a disappointment, and he also said just go on and take the season and get a good draft position.
I ain't with tanking. I don't like losing. I mean, it was bad enough. I mean, I can understand, but like the way the Saints been pissing me off, even when it comes to the draft, I understand we had a good 2017 draft. I mean, a historically really, really great draft. But I mean, other than that, the Saints been kind of pissing me off. Like they'll have some hits, but other than that, they've been pissing me off. So right now, I'm not gonna even put my mind on the draft as far as especially in the first round because I mean we can sit up there and say that the Saints are finally going to get a receiver, but then they'll just draft an offensive lineman or maybe a defensive lineman. But that's tough for another day. But I'm just saying I ain't with tanking and really this team, the Bucks. I really got. I want to talk about them. There's actually a comment regarding what I want to talk about. CV.
Okay. But yeah, just that draft point you was making, just a reminder. I said, this we definitely ain't trying to get into draft talk, but during the Sean Payton era, Brandon Cooks was the only first round draft pick selected. So during Sean's 15 years, I think this year's 16, he's only drafted one receiver in the first round. So I'm not getting my hopes high on that, and I'm just saying that because you have a few people say let's go ahead tank and get a high. I'm not putting my hopes in the draft far as getting a offensive receiver in the first round. I gotta actually see that happen for me to believe that. Because that year, the 2020 draft, when all those receivers was right there, we had a Jefferson right there. We could have traded up to get him. I don't know how much we would have gave up, but even when we was there to pick, there was also some receivers still there. So after seeing that, I'm not putting my hopes up for nothing draft wise. See, we got another super chat by Miss Anna. Shout out to Miss Anna. She said, despite their run defense, we gotta find a way to run and limit passing, and the O line injuries worry me. Yes, I definitely agree, Anna. I believe they still the number one run defense. It's them or somebody else. So yeah, we gotta find a way to still be productive on the ground, and hopefully we get our tackles back.
Oh boy. I know I said oh boy a lot. Yeah, but this is the comment I definitely want to get into. So let's get there.
What this one right here?
Yeah.
Fellas, do y'all think Devin White is a dirty player? Last week I saw a few cheap shots on Josh Allen. I know he's going after Taysom head concussion. Well, with me, I mean, far as with going after Taysom, Taysom gonna give him a lit back. I mean, yeah, that was a cheap, yeah, that was a cheap horse collar on with him and Jameis. But the thing with Taysom, none of these linebackers and stuff, they just ain't gonna be knocking them around. Taysom gonna, give you that lit back. That's what I love about Taysom. He just ain't gonna back down like that. He love that contact, and he initiate contact too. But I know we don't need him doing that like that. But as far as Devin White being a dirty player, yeah, I believe so. You know, definitely. WD, you said you needed to comment on that. Say so one. I feel you, fam. Yeah, but
Uh, I'm sorry. I had to step out real quick. CB. Devin White. Do I believe he's a dirty player? Hell yes, I do believe he's a dirty player. Bruh, it's not even just this season. It's not. I get what people want to see. He just tried to tackle Jameis, and that happened. Don't forget that this man, he's the reason why Deontay Harris went out in that postseason game. Yes, I've watched him. I mean, I think he's kind of a dirty player, but I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that too much. Because at the end of the day, I mean, he's a defensive player. He's a good defensive player, and I mean, we got some too. And I know I would like to see the Mario and Quan Snack guys around, but I legally, of course. And I know people will probably make comments about the bounty and all this other stuff. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I love watching us, smack teams around. So with that being said, this Bucks team, I can't stand them. They're the reason why our season is going downhill. I want to say I wish we could make this game a living nightmare for them. And when I mean that, I say we ruined their season. I mean, bro, I'm serious. Like, I wish Shine, bring the bat out and tell the defense to play, the hardest you ever played, man, and smack these dudes around. I would love to put their season in jeopardy. And when I mean that, you know, I'm just gonna I'm the nicest way I'm gonna put it is I'm just gonna say we need some game changing moments, man. That I don't know, and send his ass back to the basement where he belongs. Because we know without Tom Brady, they trash.
Facts. And this go round. Wait, did AB play? Did AB play the first game?
No, he did not play. He did
Oh,
not play.
so we won't have to be dealing with AB.
But we'll
Um,
have to. I will say we will have to deal with Brashard Perriman. I think first of all, this is where I feel like Sean Payton. It's like he just missed on some things, and I felt like that was a guy we were supposed to claim on the waiver. Why? And they didn't even go for him. I'm like, okay, just in case y'all don't get Odell. Of course, we don't get Odell. You get Brashard Perriman, but nope. The Bucks get him. They got another weapon. Yet another weapon. What? Fifth receiver? I don't know.
that's crazy. But we'll get more on that side in a few. Okay, we got another super chat. Shout out to DJ 420 Who that RG for the 4.99 super chat. He said, "I feel the Saints may mess around and snatch this game. I hope so. I mean, I really hope so, fam. But yeah, in order to do so, we gotta show some type of production in the pass game, and the O line definitely gotta have a good game because if JPP getting back there, Sue Vita Vea,
Barrett.
if all them if guys like that getting back there and they allow Devontae, not Devontae Levante, and Devin White allowing them to blitz and all of that, and they already know that Cecil Reese, he a weak link. Really, both guards we got Cecil Reese a weak link, and then Thornton. To me,
Mm.
Thornton been playing better than Reese, so they
I,
going
I I don't know. I think he's been playing just as man, honestly. Our interior is a mess. I mean, look, Pete. The fact that Pete is the best we got as far as interior, we know that could be problematic. But I just don't like. I don't like that match. I don't like those matchups. And I'm really praying that Teron and Ramchek, they return to practice at some point. But we'll see.
right.
So I mean,
Right.
look, bro. Uh, the Devin White is going to be what? He's probably going to be on Kamara. Levante David, he might be spying on Taysom Hill. That's why I was like, as far as like tight ends, I think we can get him with the tight ends, bro. But I mean that's I just think that's our best bet. As far as our second receiver, who is our second receiver? Kenny Stills. Uh, I would think yeah, I think it would be Kenny Stills. Man, oh boy, I'm gonna stop talking about the receivers right now. I'm just saying, bro. That's we gotta find ways to move the ball versus this defense. And I know, Sean. He's gonna try to pass it. No matter who the quarterback is, he like slinging QBs. But we know he gonna have Taysom run it at times. I just think he need to stop with the dumb crap and stop having quarterbacks sneak on like what, even though like on a fourth down or a third down play. Like why? Like if you only got 1 yard to go, why you don't just do quarterback draw? I don't understand it. But I'm just saying, man. Like Sean Payton, that's another way we can actually like do something. He gotta call better plays too.
That's fact. I mean, I think what may allowed us to be a close ball game is that this is a divisional game. But sometimes division doesn't always play a factor. In the games. I mean, if a team is just that much better, I'm not saying the Bucks is that much better. I'm just saying, it's a divisional game, but we're also limited. And if they can take our run game out and they forcing Taysom to throw the ball because we can't get productivity in the running game, that's gonna be a long night for us. And then along with that, our defense definitely gonna have to show up. Definitely gonna have to ride the defense. Um, to make
Definitely.
this a good game. But yeah, we definitely can pull the upset. So you good on the offensive side?
I mean, there's really nothing to talk about on offense. I'm so sorry for keeping us so long on that, man, because there ain't much to talk about. But look, they scored 30 points. I know it was the versus the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can happen, right? I mean, you never know. Sean Payton, bro, your offensive guru, man, make something happen. I mean, of course, it all relies on execution too. So the players gotta do their part as well.
Right. So defensively, starting up front, I seen a comment earlier that Cam Jordan, I think tomorrow he gets tested again, just to see it if he if he could pass the test or whatever. So hopefully, we can have him out there Sunday night. Um, it's good to see that Davenport, he was limited today. It's good to see that he was limited. So we get a good chance to see him again. Um,
Well, we are on the defensive side, right? I just want to
right.
note this. I'm kind of worried because Justin Hardy he tested positive for COVID, and our secondary, our DBs, they some of them they went to the same school or whatnot. They greeted them and stuff. I just hope in the next couple of days we don't see none of our guys go on that list. But that would be Sean, of course, Marcus Williams, JT Gray, King Cross. I just hope though none of those guys go on the list. That's I just want to point that out because you know, in the past we've had podcasts on a Wednesday and then shit hits the fan on a Thursday and Friday and we like, oh my God. This like
Hmm.
changes up everything. And I'm just saying, guys, if that were to happen, just don't be shocking. But I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping, and I mean, right now, I mean, hell, you see what's going on around the league. I think I forgot the number. I don't know if it was 30 to 40 players or something around the
Yeah,
NFL.
I think it's 37 or something like that.
Wow. So, yeah, man, I'm just hoping we can get out there. I mean, I want to see the secondary play versus that team. I love watching the secondary versus that team. I like seeing Sean lock down Evans. I like seeing Chauncey talking shit to Brady. When they going back and forth, I don't know if y'all be listening to the games, man, but they be going at it like if you hear it, like Brady got mad and started calling CGG all type of names and shit. But yeah, I'm just saying I like watching our secondary versus them. So hopefully none of them go on that list.
All right. And Leonard Fournette, ever since really ever since we played on the first matchup, he done start taking off. I mean, he been giving them some great production. So that's somebody to look out for this matchup. We usually do good with containing him, and Ronald Jones, but yeah.
Oh, but see the thing about it is, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I I look Leonard Fournette. He's been going off the past few weeks. He's looking good right now. Ronald Jones, though, I think Ronald Jones is a good running back who really he didn't really play either. I guess it was a confidence factor, but that first year he really didn't do much. The second year he looked better. He had fumbling issues. That's the only reason why he ain't starting. Man, I'ma honestly say I wish it was Fournette starting and not Ronald Jones. Just keep me real. It's just something about Ronald Jones' burst that I don't like. Like for some reason, look, run defense. I know guys been running up the gut, but one thing that worries me when it comes to this run defense right now is speed, and I think Ronald Jones he has that burst and he got that speed. So honestly, I kind of hope Fournette does um, play. I know it might sound crazy, but that's how I see it.
Facts. Yeah, I mean we done had good success against them. So
Yeah,
you know, regardless of what he doing against these other teams. But I just know Anyamata got to step up. Anyamata,
I've heard his name too
he
much.
he's been very consistent. One of the more consistent players in the past. He's always been this run. He gotta get his mojo back. Every player gonna have their games. Mario had a few games where his tackles were kind of low, but he got back to it. Onyemata, he gotta close them gaps. He cannot allow these running backs just to be going up through these gaps like that. We hadn't seen that in a while with this defense, with this defensive front. So
Well, look,
uh,
if we talking about the front, the D line, Davenport, like you were saying earlier, he was limited, but
mhm.
not to get crazy, it's just all about mashups. Donovan Smith, we know about him. Carl Granderson has actually had some good games versus him, so I mean, we got the DEs to get it done versus them. They at least set the edge even versus the run. So I mean, yeah, I'm just saying like hopefully Davenport does play, but I do kind of like when Carl Granderson is out there versus Donovan Smith. Just wanted to point that out there.
He definitely. Well, if Cam not out there, Carl his snaps gonna increase.
Mm-hmm.
His snaps gonna increase. So but yeah, Davenport, if he plays, he definitely gotta get that bull rushing. He definitely gotta bull rush these tackles. And these tackles, Donovan Smith, they acting like he done got better. Well, against us, we play well against them. I know they other tackle the young first rounder. He been playing solid, but I think Davenport will give him. I think Davenport will give him hell. Honestly, Davenport, he when he's healthy, he's better than Cam.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no question.
he really our best defensive end. When he's out there. So
I'll go as far as saying that he's our best defensive lineman this year. I mean, I would
yeah,
have I said David Ayamada coming into the season, but Ayamada I
yeah,
guess he still got to come back into form. But Davenport is definitely the best, our best defensive lineman this year. So I just wish he stayed healthy, but he's a monster, bro. He's a monster.
right. Jabal said somebody with COVID needs to sneeze on. Oh, foul, man. Somebody with COVID need to sneeze on Devin White. Mm-mm.
I really wish Mark Ingram like play because the last game when he was joining at Devin White, I mean I mean Ingram, I felt like we should have used Ingram more that game. Ingram was rolling, man. I'm like, we hit him on a screen, a well executed screen, which is really rare to see with the team, the way the offense has been going. But I mean, I would love to see an Ingram out there, man. You know.
Right. Agreed. But yeah, all he got to do is pass these COVID tests. Hopefully, hopefully they can pass it, man.
Yeah.
Him and Cam. But we
Um,
definitely need Mark. Definitely
but
need him.
but I do want to talk about the secondary right quick. CGJ is good to have him back. CGJ, he got that energy. The
Hmm.
defense feeds off his energy. Everybody gets hyped. CDJ is a dog. But I will say this, man. Look, Last time he went against Godwin, bro, Godwin was kind of giving him hell. Mind you, he did have an interception that game, but Chris
Hmm.
Godwin, man, he went off on him. He gonna have to, you know, try to do a better job than what he did last game. I'm just saying, bro. Got to do that. Of course, Lattimore is going to be on Evans. Marcus Williams has had his best games versus the Bucks. Um, I expect the same, and Paulson Adebo, he'll probably be covering what either Perriman or I don't know if Scotty Miller is back, but yeah,
Right. Yeah. So yeah, Godwin definitely got off. He definitely got off against CGJ.
yeah, it was annoying. When I saw that, I was like, God damn, CGJ. And I mean, look, he's been going against him the past few matchups. I mean, it's not like he never covered him, but he was just losing that matchup that day.
Right. And if you remember, well, everybody remember how the first matchup ended at the end of the game. CGJ and Fournette, they about to throw hands.
Oh yeah,
Well, when CGJ threw his up, he was ready. He's ready for some reps. So it's gonna be a little chippiness going into this game. I just hope CGJ brings it, in the coverage part of the game.
yeah, yeah,
He
definitely.
definitely gotta do better against Godwin. On the coverage part, we know what he gonna do up at that
And
line. Whenever he playing in that area, yeah, he definitely gonna.
and I gotta mention. I mean, I can't mention out who's really been playing really good. And yes, I don't even imagine me saying this because PJ Williams is balling. He looks like a whole different guy. Like I said, the guy looked like he got a little bit buffer, but he's playing. God damn it, when the Saints are not doing so hot, he's playing like a damn All Pro. I mean, he's hitting hard. Really, PJ Williams right now is looking like the guy he was in college. And I was excited when we drafted him in 2015. And he was playing cornerback he was hurt the first season. But other than that, he was playing cornerback, getting roasted and stuff. And I'm like, bro, what happened? What happened to the guy that was at, Florida State? But he's looking like that guy in college right now. Hitting hard, getting picks. Had that pick six versus the Bucks. Brother, let's see if he can make that noise this game too.
Right. I mean, and they kind of. I mean, they. I'm not gonna say they put him out of position because I mean he was on the outside in college, but
Yeah, but
I mean
look,
he
yeah, I was saying that too. And remember, we had that problem with P Rob as well in the past. I mean, playing guys on the outside, but I didn't even like PJ on it. I didn't even like him in the slot because I mean, hell, there's a reason why we drafted CGJ. CGJ he's holding down the slot now. So I
right.
mean, I didn't even like PJ in the slot, and I know he was serviceable there. He had a few good plays here and there, but he was getting roasted there. So at the position he is in now, I like it. But yeah, man, that's gonna be one of the guys that we talk about resigning again. And like I said, every time he was resigning that guy, I was hating it every time. But it's good to see that he's actually stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, he definitely gonna get some suitors this go around. I don't think nobody about to get him for a 1 year deal. We've been able to do that, but I think one of these sorry teams or need a vet, a vet defensive back. I think he got a chance to make a few more meal than what he's been getting. But shout out to him, man. Definitely having a hell of a season. See the super chat right here. By Hayabusa 14. Shout out to you, fam, for the $7 donation. Said, I'm past doing my donations, fam. Sorry about that. Appreciate your podcast more than you know. Definitely appreciate that donation, fam. Um, yeah, you're not required to make donations to the podcast. If y'all feel free, if y'all want to make a donation, man, we definitely appreciate it. If not, we definitely still appreciate y'all for tuning in. Um, yeah, man, we just love talking Saints football. We just a group of fans. That's just how this podcast came about. Group of fans. We want to start a podcast, and we this thing been going on 3 years. So, man, definitely appreciate you, fam. For tuning in, and shout out to everybody once again. That ass Saints said, smash that like button. Shout out to you, fam. Okay, well, I'm gonna put this link in the comment. I think Hoodie Jew was wanting to get on and give your thoughts, fam. So I'm gonna put this link in the comment. We can take a few calls,
All right.
before we wrap this up.
Well, we know Demario and Quan is going to ball this game, right? We know that,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah.
want to say something about Quan. Sean, he's been giving him high praise, and I'm excited about that because it sounds like we. I mean, looking from that perspective, I just think that they are going to extend him. And I'm a fan of Quan. I'm a fan of his game. I like linebackers with his style. So
Hmm.
I'm just glad that we're gonna have the Mario and Quan out there, man, ready to fly around and hit some shit. I would like P1. I thought P1 played really really well at Bucks the first Bucks game, but he didn't. He ain't practicing. But hopefully he get back out there soon.
Agreed. And also, before we bring call on, before we bring the OG on, I see him. Marshawn, I mean, it's Mike Evans is all as much as we don't want to say it. I do think AB is their best receiver when he's there. He their best receiver, but Mike Evans is an all pro receiver as well. I mean, honestly, he hurt a lot. So even though Marshawn, locks him down pretty much all the time, the last matchup Mike kind of got off on a few plays on him. So
You know, one thing I do want to say though, Mike Ev- Mike Evans is scared of Marcus Williams. I don't know if y'all know this, but he's scared of him. That's why
yeah.
sometimes he don't be trying to catch the ball when Marcus Williams come flying from the he come flying. Bro, Marcus Williams be having them scared, bro. We been talking about Marcus Williams and his tackling and stuff like that in the past. I mean, rightfully so. But it's just good that Marcus Williams is putting fear into some of these players. I just wanted to point that out too.
Facts. Okay, so we have our first call on the line. We got OG Jerry Poor. Jerry, what's good with you, fam?
Hey, what's going on, CB? What's up, WD? How y'all doing tonight?
Oh man, chilling.
Same here.
Chilling, fam.
Look, before I get started, man, shouts out to everybody in the chat, man. I hope everybody is doing well tonight. And shouts out to you, CB and WD, and to the entire team, to also Uptown and um, Miss Pretty Carly and all the rest of them. Shouts out to you. Big ups to you, man. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you. But
Same to you, man.
I appreciate that. But I was hearing something earlier. I don't know. I'm sure y'all probably heard it or not. But that I heard that head coach Sean Payton temporarily sidelined from Saints workouts or something. Is that what I heard, CB?
That Sean said what?
That that I heard somebody say that Sean Payton is temporarily sidelined from Saints workouts. I know he won that practice earlier earlier today when they had the um, press conference or whatever. That's what I heard. I don't know
You
if you heard it
scaring
or
me.
not.
Nah, I ain't hear that, but you scaring me right now.
But no, but nothing to matter. I mean, he's just gonna be on the side for just temporarily. But I don't know. I'm sure they still stay in contact. Doing plays and stuff. That's what I heard. I mean, I didn't know anything about it until I think I don't know. somebody mentioned it. I think it was either Big Q or TJ Jones. I'm not sure. Say Sean. Oh yeah, Frank's 4556 said Sean Payton is under the weather.
Oh Lord, say it ain't so. Don't tell me you got him again.
No, I don't think so, man. And just well, I'm just praying for him that he get well, man. Just praying for him. But
Sean needs to lead the school tacos. And why I just had tacos yesterday.
Crowd's crazy, man. Crowd, you crazy, man. You need to stop that. But also shouts out to the Flamer, man. But I just want to address this to Flamer real quick. Flamer, you my dude and all that stuff, man. But knock it off with the tank talk, please. I know because I know we got 4 games left, starting with Tampa Bay this Sunday night. But just knock off the tank talk, bro. I mean, it ain't time for the Saints to tank right now, bro. That's
Right.
all I'm saying.
That's true.
And
I agree.
yeah, man, because time out for all that tank talk for this player and all this and for that player. I'm like, dude, we still got 4 games to go, so let's just take it one game at a time.
I mean, they just gonna draft somebody that you don't even know.
No, I bet it ain't that, who I think it is. Yeah, but leading up to this game, I know we didn't have a chance to talk about it Sunday, because but I'm glad we got the win from Sunday. I mean, the Jets are the Jets, man. I don't have to explain it all about that. I'm just glad we just got the win. We finally got the monkey off our back and getting back on the win column after 5 straight weeks of losing and stuff, man. Because every week you lose, I mean, it just continue to have a bad taste in your mouth. But getting that win Sunday, man, really changed changed everything right there. But now I'm leading up. I'm ready for this game right here on Sunday Night Football because everybody. I hope this is going to be like an encore, like last year. Y'all remember when everybody and their mama and their daddy picked the Bucks to beat the Saints that night on Sunday Night Football. We all know what happened in that particular game. The Saints scored 38 points and the Buccaneers only scored 3. So I mean, it's not going to be like a repeat from last year, but if we could just do like we've been doing, play good offense, play good defense, and all that good stuff, we have a legitimate shot to beat Tom Brady and Devin White and those Succaneers over there down there in Florida. That's my only concern right now is that we have a right mindset to beat these guys. Hopefully hear some good news about Cam Jordan so he can be ready for this game this weekend because I know he wasn't in the last game, last time because he had COVID. Neither was Mark Ingram. I hope both Mark Ingram and Cam Jordan return this weekend because we got a big game coming up on Sunday Night Football. So hopefully they'll be rested from off the fresh off the COVID list and get ready to suit up and get ready to play Sunday. And that along with Alvin Kamara now that he's back.
Facts. Agree with you.
Yep. Also, once again, shouts out to everybody in the chat. I see my buddy Miss Anna is out there. Much love to you, Miss Anna. And be kind and CT Crusher and all them good people out there, Dada, Flicking and Flickling, all them. I love y'all, man. Y'all keep holding it down over here, man. Shouts out to everybody in the chat, man. Many blessings to you.
Facts. Yeah, man, we definitely appreciate you for calling in, giving us your thoughts. All what you were saying was definitely facts about this game.
Thanks CB and WD like I said, hopefully when things go well, man, hopefully we'll have our brooms out after we take care of them Buccaneers down there, man. Hopefully I already break out my broom and start sweeping. Cause we beat
Facts,
them once and we'll beat them again this weekend. So let's hope that happens.
facts, fam.
Yep. And also shouts out to all the Saints streams as well. I know Hoodie Jube is coming up in a little bit. So shouts out to him. Shouts out to TJ Jones, the State of the Saints, Big Q, and Sports Coma. All these Saints streams out there, man. Big ups to y'all. Much love to you. Love talking Saints football with y'all, man. Let's keep it going.
Facts. Appreciate that, fam, and who that to you.
Who that for life? And once again, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to y'all.
All right, Merry Christmas to you as well, fam.
All right, take care.
All right. I see a I see a comment made by Crest 4. He got a score prediction. Then he said Brady don't match up well with the Saints. That's true. That's definitely true. I mean, just because we hadn't been doing well at the receiver position and stuff, and it come down to it, Trevor Simeon was able to make something shake, when he was when he got called in. So, this is the Bucks. We do match up well against them. We play them very well. So, we need it. Okay, so next we got Hootie Jube on the line. Hootie Jube, bam! Shout out to you. Welcome.
Thank you, man. Thank you. How y'all doing?
We're doing
Doing all
well,
right,
man.
man. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm in Tennessee right now on a trip, and I was watching y'all podcast because I'm a little bored over here, because it's dark now. Ain't really nothing left to do.
Okay, fam, I feel you. So how you feeling about this matchup coming up?
Man, like I tell everybody, the Saints have Tom Brady's number, right? So I always feel good when we go up against them. And yeah, I definitely feel a lot more positive and strong if we had, Jameis Winston here, if we had Michael Thomas back. And even Will Lutz at kicker, knowing that we can make these kicks and easily. But at the at the end of the day, we always have Tom Brady's number. I don't know what it is about Tom Brady versus Sean Payton and our defense and stuff like that. I don't know what it is, but we always got a shot when we play them, no matter who we got in. But at the end of the day, I don't know um, how our offense is gonna react to their defense because their defense is a really good run defense. Their passing defense ain't the best. I really don't feel like their defensive backs and safeties are really that good to me. They don't really impress me or scare me. Everybody's acting like Richard Sherman's really good. He's old. He ain't nothing. He would definitely get burnt by somebody on the team. But at the end of the day, we just got to see if they can stop Taysom because with Taysom Hill with his hand being hurt, y'all, we're most likely going to be running the ball. So you're going to see a lot of QB options, handoffs, stuff like that. We're going to try to pound the ball down their throat and do what we can because Taysom hands, and Taysom throws ain't the best right now because of that, finger being hurt. But at the same time, y'all, um, his passes wasn't the prettiest either before his hand got hurt. And I know some people, like my boy Saints01 that was in the chat, if he's still in here, he hates me and said that I'm a Taysom Hill hater. And I said, trust me, I am far away from being a hater. I said, all I said was I just don't see him as a QB1. He's not a person that impressed me with his passing game. I said with his ability to do the QB sneaks and QB options and stuff like that. I said that's what I love seeing him in the game. I love seeing him line up as the Swiss Army knife and be able to do tight end, receiver, you name it, fullback. I like seeing that because when he's on the field, it makes a defense guess what he's going to be doing. So it ain't like I hate Taysom because trust me, I got his jersey and I love him because he wears the black and gold and he does a lot for us. So for anybody that's going to call me a Taysom Hill hater, we're not a hater. We just don't. Some of us are just not impressed with the way he
Mhm.
throws the ball, especially downfield. It's just the deep ball that kills me. It's just like when he throws deep, I feel like sometimes he sees the play about to get open and he waits a little bit too long to throw the deep ball. And when he finally steps up into the deep balls, he's already about to get hit or whatever, and his deep balls just look like punts. It is not the greatest. Like if you want to go short route, run a what you want to call it, a Drew Brees offense. Go short, go 10, 15, maybe 20 yards at the most every play. Then yeah, Taysom can kill that because now you actually got you a mobile quarterback that can run right, that can do that. Because his passing ain't bad during going short and stuff. It's just the deep balls that kills us, and that's why I tell people. I know Trevor Siemian, people hated on him. I said he held it down against the Bucs game. He did what he could the first two games when people couldn't catch nothing for him. And then after that, he lost the O-line and everything just went downhill. And that's why I told everybody I think Taysom Hill would have been a better choice during those games with the linemen being out because he can run. Trevor's not that running quarterback. Trevor is basically like a Drew Brees. I'm going to sit in the pocket and find something open. I ain't running the ball because I'm not a runner. And I think a lot of people were just hating on Trevor so much about it was because he wasn't a mobile quarterback, and that's why they were getting pissed off. Like, why are you sitting in the pocket? And I'm like, that's his job. A quarterback's job is to stay in the pocket, look for somebody open. Before Michael Vick came around, the Vince Youngs and Lamar Jacksons and all of them came around, everybody would be, wanting a Trevor Siemian and a Drew Brees and all of them in the pocket because that's what their job was, to be a good pocket passer, not to be a scrambler. But now, since you had Michael Vicks and all of them come around, now people are wanting to change quarterbacks. But if you watch a lot of these quarterbacks that can scramble, some of them really can't throw that good. Besides a few people, like Josh Allen is a pretty good one that you can say that can run and throw. Kyler Murray's throwing, ability is pretty good and on the run. They just got some people who can run really good, like Taysom Hill, but just can't throw the ball. Like I told Big Q the other day on his podcast, I said if it comes down to next year, let's say Mark Ingram retires after this year, and he's just done with the league, and you need a running back to help you, and you decide to go with Jameis Winston as your quarterback, and let's say at the end of this year they let Ian Brooks test out the water, see what he can do for the rest of this season sometime, and if he shows you some hope and shows you like, hey, I can be a solid backup, put that man at second string. And then for third string, you can keep Trevor around because he knows your offense. And he shows he can come in the game if somebody gets hurt and win it for you because he did against the Bucs. He's just not that quarterback that's going to win you 17 games a year. That's why he's the third string for a reason. And then I would move Taysom Hill to like a running back because that's all he does anyway. When you put the ball in his hand, he can run. He wants to truck people over anyway, right? Why not put him as a backup running back? And that would be my backup running back right aside AK because Taysom Hill can catch the ball. That's why he was receiver and tight end before, So, I mean, there's so many different things you can do with Taysom. And then when you put him at quarterback, that's what limited your weapons now. And now a defense don't have to look out there for Taysom Hill on each play if he's going to come out and do like a jet sweep and stuff. All they got to focus on him running the ball and keeping him in that pocket or make him throw it deep because if he throws it deep, it ain't going to go too far. And I think that's the only thing that worries me sometimes about Taysom Hill. And then you got to add on the hurt finger too, That's the other thing that kills me.
Agree. All facts, fam. But yeah, I mean,
It is.
I think this game. I mean, I know it's a divisional game. Yeah, we got the numbers. Tom Brady definitely have his troubles against us. If you just look at that first game when Trevor got in the ball game, yes, our receivers, far as a collective whole this season hadn't been playing well, but Trevor was making something shape with these receivers that game, you know, specifically. We were gonna need a little bit of that from Taysom. We're gonna have to have some type of production in the pass game. In my opinion, for us to be successful, because
It's
it,
just I hear you though, CB. It's just there's a difference though from then and now. It's as far as the O line, we know about the O line injuries, but the fact that they got Carson Davis back, they got Sean Murphy and Bunton. That's why And by the way, we had Deontay Harris, correct? So I mean, it's just a different. I know when I was thinking about, I was like, who is our second receiver? I see Kenny Stills. Uh, this is just this just sums it up about the player. But Tre'Quan Smith, I don't know how I always forget about this dude, but yeah, I mean, if those are our best bets, man, I don't know. But I'm just saying though, those are the two differences from this game versus then. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and WD man, I said in the chat earlier, I said I'm about to come on here to tell you why I back up Trotman. Because I heard you earlier kind of saying,
Yeah,
I don't want him to play, but I didn't want him hurt either. So I feel you on that one. But
yeah.
the reason why I say I back him up is because, first of all, he came into the league last year. It's his first year, rookie year. He did decent. He didn't have an off season. The practice, they basically because of the COVID shit that kind of effed up his rookie off season. So this was his first year having a good off season, but he showed you last year, knowing that he was known to be a catching tight end, run the routes really good in college. They were teaching him how to block last year a lot, because Jared Cook was in that position of being that receiving guy, and they were trying to teach Trotman to block and stuff like that. Well, this year he's actually improved on blocking. You can't say his blocking was horrible this year. He actually does pretty good. But the thing that made me mad was about some of our fans that got mad at him. I'm like, do you not realize in that Tennessee game when he got that false start on that 2-point conversion and it backed us out and we had to take the extra point instead? Did you know that he wasn't even supposed to be in that position? That was supposed to be
Yep.
Nick Vanette, your veteran blocking tight end. But where was he? He was hurt. So who would you stuck with? You were stuck with Trotman to be your blocking tight end and receiving. And I said, if you would just let this man focus on his receiving, now he's got a little experience now with the blocking, and let this man develop, he'll be great. Because I told people, George Kittle is a really good blocking tight end. He's a really good receiving tight end. He can do everything, right? Everybody loves George Kittle. But people don't realize George Kittle took almost 4 years to develop to what he is now. And I said, this is only Trotman's second year, but it's actually his first year with a full offseason to train and stuff like that with the people. So I said, give this man a little bit of time. And then your next thing you know, I feel like next year or the following year when he's in his third, fourth year, I feel like he's going to take off like George Kittle because he killed a lot of people in college when they lined him up as receivers sometimes. And he was just killing some of the corners. So I'm telling you, I think he's got it in him. I think it's just, a second year, his first, year with the offseason. I just feel like he wasn't ready to be drawn into the fire, to be that number one tight end just yet. Because last year he was basically kind of trying to follow Jerry Cook. So I feel like we just give him a little bit. And the last game that he got hurt in, he actually when everybody, because I had a lot of people in my chat that said they were shocked. And they said Trotman showed me something that game that he only missed one catch. I think he caught like 5 or 6. And then that catch that he got hurt on, they said they were shocked that he even held on to that because they didn't think he can catch like that. And I said, he can catch. I said, just let him be back. I said, Nick Vanette was finally back for that game and stuff. So that's why I tell people, just give this man a little bit of time. Tight ends usually take 3 to 4 years to develop. I said, it's rare that sometimes you might get a tight end in the first, second round that can come out and just be a day one starter. But not all of them do.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, Troutman, to be honest with you, the way he has played, the way he has cost us games too, it's just that we already got a bad taste in our mouth from having 50-50 the bad tight ends. We've had Kobe Fleener, we've had Dan Arnold, we've had Jared Cook, who was 50-50. He'll mess up at certain times, and then he'll make some of the craziest catches, but then mess up. That's pretty much what Adam Troutman was doing, So I mean, yeah, we can give him time. I mean, really, me, I'm going to admit to you, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I was about tired of him already, but let's keep it real. Sean Payton, no matter what the fans say, he's not going to give up on it. He doesn't give up on offensive players too easily. I will say that. Yeah, I can see a few defensive players, but offensive players, for the most part, he don't give up on them. So I mean, he's still gonna have this shot, and hey, we can give him time. Look, you can run the best routes that you want to. You can get open, wide open. You need to learn how to catch the rock, though. You start catching the ball, then I'm good, man. But I just hope he come back and make something happen because I mean Nick Vanette, he's showing it. Jawan Johnson, he's showing it. So
Yeah, I mean, and
Yep, I
Trapman,
like Jawan Johnson.
Trapman was he was creating some. He was getting some good separation. I mean, the numbers were showing that he was getting separation. He just couldn't reel it in. But yeah, definitely got to improve. I mean, like WD said, Sean definitely gonna roll with him. I mean, you really had no choice. You gotta rock with him, just like we gonna sit here and rock with Cesar Ruiz, just cause he a first rounder. But I think the upside is better for Troutman to Ruiz. But yeah, Troutman, maybe he just need a little time. Maybe we gave too much expectations for him. Just on how he played last season. Maybe we done that. You know, the team definitely done that because you know they they basically had him out there as the number one. I think.
Hey,
Yep.
I mean, look, they traded some picks for him, and on top of that,
Yeah.
that draft class is looking really iffy right now. So I mean, we hope we got something out there, man.
All right.
Definitely. I feel y'all, but just a quick question for y'all too, because I've been talking to everybody about the free agent, coming up this off season. Plus, you got us. I think that ranked us at like number 11 or number 12 in the draft picks right now, and stuff like that. So I was telling people, if you can pick two free agent people, so you can look at running back, wide receivers,
Oh
in
boy.
the free agency that you see coming up, and then you see the draft pick. You might be in the top 10, maybe top 15 at the highest probably. Um, and I said, who would be the people that you want to focus on? And I told somebody on Twitter, because he asked, he put big names out there that are going to be free agents and stuff like that. And I said, I want to know what y'all do. But me, I would go in free agency and try to get Mike Williams from the Chargers to be my wide receiver number 2, because he's proven he can be a wide receiver 1 if you really need him to. But he's definitely a solid number 2, either way. And then for another receiver in the draft, I would try to go after this guy named Treylin Burst from Arkansas. This dude looks legit. This dude, they gave him a lot of screen passes, made him do make all the plays for him. He did jet sweeps, he did slants, deep passes, you name it. He was marching people. This dude was 6'3", 225 pounds, and I think he ran like a 4.8. So I mean, his speed is pretty good too for being a 6'3" guy, and that's what I would get as a third receiver. And then in free agency too, if I had to pick two free agent people, one would be Mike Williams, like I told y'all, and the second guy that a lot of people are not realizing he's gonna be a free agent is Cordell Patterson, dude from the Falcons. If the Falcons let
Oh
him
boy.
roll and don't want to give him a little bit of money, what do you think we can do with AK and Patterson on the team side by side? That would be sick.
Well,
And I
well,
said,
see, I really wanted Cordell Patterson last off season. Because Deontay Harris he gets hurt, and I wanted him to return kicks, but also I actually saw what he was doing with getting as far as with the Bears. I saw him getting a few receptions. I'm like, you know what, maybe this guy can be a nice halfback, man. So I was hoping the Saints sign him, and the Atlanta Falcons scoop him up, and bruh, I doubt they let him go. I know he's definitely gonna have a high price, but I'll be shocked to see if they let that dude go the way he been holding out. But then again, hopefully he wouldn't want to play for the trash ass Atlanta Falcons either. So there's hope for that.
Right. All right, Hoodie Jew, you got anything else to say, fam?
um, not really, man. But that was basically what I was wanting to talk about, was basically the free agency and stuff. I had to come on here and talk about the Adam Trotman thing, because like I said, you got to give the man some time to develop a little bit, and then basically just tell y'all, like I said, I told everybody before. I'll tell you this as my last thing too. I lowered my expectation a lot, since Winston went out, because I told everybody Winston is basically my number one quarterback for next year. That's who I feel like we should go after, give the chance to play still. Um, I don't see Taysom being a guy. I don't see us really getting Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, because they both are getting old, and you're only going to get a few years out of them. Jameis, you'll get at least 15 out of him. And he proven to you in those
Right.
first 7 games he can win it. So that's why I try to tell people is this. Jameis is my dude, and if we do lose some of these games, it's probably because of Taysom Hill's not really a good passing quarterback. Plus, his hand is messed up. And I said, if we do lose, I don't want us to lose because look, I don't like tanking, but I told some of my people it might be better off to tank sometimes, just so we can get into the top draft pick. Because what did you hear every year in the draft, y'all? We're gonna go get this guy. The Saints are gonna trade up and get him, and we get all excited, and then they all say the Saints couldn't work out a deal with nobody because nobody likes the Saints. They don't want to trade. They don't want us to be successful, get a good pick, so they steal the players before we can get them. So I said, but at the end of the day, me being a Saints fan, me being a Saints YouTuber, I realized that the Saints ain't a team that's gonna tank. But I just told people in my eyes, I'm looking for the future because I think next year when you get all your pieces back, you go sign a nice free agent receiver, draft a receiver too, and then get you a nice little running back to back up. Just in case Mark Ingram doesn't come back, you go look for a nice tackle in the draft to replace Armstead because he might be leaving for bigger money. And then you go replace a safety because Malcolm Jenkins ain't gonna be here much longer either, you know. So I said, as long as you just get those little small pieces around, you keep Marcus Williams at a reasonable price for you, and get everybody back. I feel like next year would be the Super Bowl run, and that's why I said that this year with everybody being hurt, which Winston ain't coming back, Thomas ain't coming back, Will Levis ain't coming back. Yeah, a lot of people ain't coming back for the season. I said you might as well tank a little bit, get your high draft pick because I told people at the end of the day when you go to the playoffs, what are you going to get out of it, right? I mean, the only thing you're going to say is like, hey, my team made it to the playoffs. I'm happy for them. Look at all the injured players we had, and we still made it to the playoffs. But I don't see us getting out of the first round unless the people we play in the first or second round, if we do make it, I'll lose their starters. Now, if somebody told me everybody in the NFL lost all their starting quarterbacks and starting receiver like we did, then I would say we're going to the damn Super Bowl with this team because we know how to win with our backups and stuff. Other teams won't. They fall down the hill and they just suck after. So that's basically it. Like I said, I don't want to tank because I love winning too, but I'm just looking at the future for when the draft picks come.
Okay, fam. Well, before you get off, let the listeners know the Saints podcast you have, fam.
Yeah, just to let everybody know, I do have a Thanks YouTube channel. All you got to search is Hoodie Jube, and I literally do live podcasts, usually 2 to 3 times a week. Um, and I always do the open lines like everybody else does, to where you can always come on the show and let your thoughts on it because I like to hear people's thoughts and see what they think compared to me. And I do have people that are subscribers that come and message me on Twitter and stuff like that tells me all the time, like different things like I don't think we should tank, and then I explain to them the reason why I think we should tank, etc. And we don't really argue, like to where we get mad at each other. We just argue in a nice way, just to basically tell everybody, your side, and I'll tell you my side, and we come meeting on an agreement. Because like I told you, everybody has different opinions. So that's what I like about my channel is that I get to talk to people about football and especially about my Saints and get to know what people's thoughts are compared to mine. Because some people just don't think Jameis is the answer, and I argue with them all day, and I tell them I'm gonna tell you why Jameis will be the starting quarterback and why he is, and will, and should be started one. But also I tell people if you do subscribe to my channel and you go show love when I go live and you're in my chat all the time talking and stuff. I do bring people to Saints home games. So anybody who wants to subscribe, come show me the love. I put y'all on a spin wheel, and I bring people to the Saints home games whenever we go play at home. I've been to every home game this year so far, and it's been fun. Got to bring some subscribers and stuff. And I had a bunch of subscribers that wanted to go, but they don't live in state, so they can't go, but are willing to come down one day. So the channel's just growing and stuff. I'm in Tennessee right now on a trip, and I just started making me some beanies, some Hoodie Drew beanies. I'm about to make some more tomorrow, and start doing those as giveaways because I think I'm at like 380 subs right now, almost to 400. Trying to reach that by Christmas. So if y'all want to help your boy out and try to get the 400 subs, man, and when I get to 400, I'm gonna give out a Hoodie Drew beanie hat to a winner that I picked. And that's basically my channel. I like to bring people, especially my Saints fans. And sooner or later, I'm gonna cover every NFL team just to grow, because I love my Saints first. I'm gonna tell everybody that for real, the Saints are my number one team. I'm always gonna be with them. I'm always cheer for them, and I'm always will pick them to win no matter what. Because I always got faith in Sean Payton as my coach and that. But whenever I do move to 31 teams and start covering everybody else to get more followers and stuff, and my channel blows up, that's when I'm gonna start, bringing other subscribers. And I told everybody today, some of my friends, when this channel blows up, y'all, and I'm bringing me a subscriber. So I'm just using this as an example because I'm in Tennessee. So let's say the Saints play Tennessee Titans, in a few years when my channel's blown up and we got to play in Tennessee. I'm going to bring a lucky subscriber with me to travel to Tennessee to go watch our Saints to support them. But I'm also going to buy an extra ticket for a Tennessee Titans subscriber that's, subscribed to my channel because I'm covering all the teams. And we meet up, go to the game, watch the game, they get a cheer, because at the end of the day, we all can be hateful on social media and stuff like that, saying your team sucks, this team's that, blah, blah, blah. And we can all be rude to each other. But at the end of the day, when every home game I've been to so far at home, I sat next to literally a Giants fan, a Bucks fan, all the fans that we played against, they were right next to me. And I never had one problem with any of them because we literally just talked about football, had fun, and it was enjoyable. And that's what I want to do in the future, is to tell people that football ain't all about just going on social media and telling, this is the best team in the world, and just talk trash to everybody. It's for us to go out there and enjoy the game of football and talk to people. And you can talk to them about the history and this year, and forever. So that's what my goal is to do as a YouTuber, is to blow up, bring people to games who can't afford them and stuff like that. And eventually, like work with kids and stuff too that are fighting, cancer and stuff like that, and abilities that they can't do, and some parents can't afford to bring their kids to those games because, they paying hospital bills and all kind of stuff. I want to be that person that say, hey, my YouTube channel is making that money. I can bring these lucky kids to the game, man, and you can get out the hospital for a few days, and come enjoy a Saints game and stuff since you're a Saints fan, etc. Just for they can enjoy their life and enjoy the game of football like I do. Because trust me, when I go to the games, it's so much fun. The energy, especially in the dome, the energy is just crazy. It gives you goosebumps every time we start screaming and cheering for our team. And at the end of the day, I want other people to be able to witness that too, for those who really can't afford it. And basically, that's it. WD and CP. That's basically about my channel. So anybody that wants to come and subscribe, man, and come show the love, that's what I do. And hope to see y'all as future subscribers and everything.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
We definitely appreciate you, fam, and we definitely gonna be talking Saints football, sometime. So looking forward to, have you on as a guest one day, one of our shows, and just chop it up about Saints football. But you have a good night, fam. Appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you. Y'all have a great night, y'all, and who that?
Who that to you too.
All right, who that?
Anna, you wilding out in the chat. Anna funny.
Well, WD, you got any final thoughts, fam, before we wrap this show up?
Yes, I do. Again, I don't know how we will pull off. Honestly, I don't know how we'll pull off a win, but I would like to win. I mean, first of all, like everybody's been saying, we match up well with Brady. Brady, whether he's scared of the team or what, we pretty much own this Bucks team. It would be nice to beat them once again, especially on prime time, even if the odds are against us. But I want to sink their ship. I'm not just talking about for the season. I'm just talking about look, their franchise. They got a Super Bowl. All that stuff. Brady. I wish we can end that shit right now in this one game, just to pay a favor. Return the favor. I'll see. I'm serious. Like I want to put an end to them. That's how I feel. I can't stand that team. I mean, they suck. Like I said, I'm gonna say it again. They suck. Without Brady, they are no one. I don't care. I get that their defense was good last year, and they played championship ball and all that other stuff. Let's keep it real; they wouldn't even be in a position without Tom Brady, and I would like to put that to an end. I would like to do something to shift everything back around, but we'll see. As far as the viewers, shout out to y'all for watching. The comment section, shout out to y'all. Y'all be cutting up in the comment section, man. Y'all be having me dying laughing. I gotta mute myself so very often while people talk because y'all just be cutting up in the comment section. But shout out to Jerry, shout out to Hoodie, shout out to y'all, man, for joining us. It's been a good one tonight, and yeah, we'll see Sunday. Sunday should be very eventful. I kind of wish we wasn't playing on prime time again because just because of the past few prime time matchups, the positions we in, the circumstances and stuff. I'm like, Lord, like man, we played two more prime time games and back to back. I'm like, goodness, man. But yeah, I just hope we can. I hope we can do something Sunday. And y'all know we gonna cut up if we do. So that's all, CB.
Facts, man. And just like he said, shout out to all the listeners that tuned in. Want to thank you all for tuning in. Want to thank everyone that made donations, to the podcast. We appreciate everything. And once again, man, this show cannot operate, at a good level without you guys. You guys bring comedy to the comments. We read your comments, so you guys help make this show as well. So shout out to all of y'all. Um, yeah, Sunday night. Yeah, we gotta we gotta give it to them, man. Let's give it to them. Let's sweep them. Sunday night falls the division. Um, yeah, they probably gonna win the division most likely. But as far as them, I ain't even gonna say them being better than us is the reason. I just think we just had to overcome some hurdles. We lost our starting quarterback. Their team took out our starting quarterback. So yeah, we may not get the division, but let's get the sweep on the Bucks. Let's do that Sunday night. We match up well against them. I do think we're gonna have to. Oh, in the first matchup, we threw the ball well that game, so we're gonna have to do that. Again, in my opinion, for us to, have a chance with these guys. So once again, I seen a comment earlier about Madden. About Madden, I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow, fam. It's just been real busy for me, fam. Um, so I'm gonna try to get to it tomorrow. You know, so just be on the lookout for it. If I do, it's gonna be about early in the day, probably around 4, 5 Central Times. So you guys be on the lookout for that. And shout out to Frank for the $2 super sticker. Shout out to you, fam. And once again, shout out to everybody that donated. But for us, the post game might get on Sunday night, probably Monday. We will see how things go with that. I'm supposed to be heading up to Boston midnight, um, midnight right after the game. So um, I'll probably still be up to do that. So we'll see how things go with that. Get with the team and see. But other than that, looking forward to seeing you guys for the post game. Um, like I said, just be on the lookout for a possible match stream tomorrow, during the afternoon sometime. So this is the WDN Chatline podcast. We are out. Who that?
For life.